I'm Jennifer Ostrowski, owner of O Live Little Fruit and Gift Company in South Windsor and Canton, Connecticut. And today we're talking linguine because the 15th of September is National Linguine Day. So I thought I'd cook up just one quick dish with our actually fennel linguine. And I chose the fennel linguine because sometimes when people are in the store, they're kind of intrigued by it, but not quite sure what to do with it. And comes in this nice little pack here, and it just has a real kiss, just a hint of fennel, which is kind of got a little bit of a licoricey flavor. If you've never tried it before and you like licorice, then you'll love fennel. And even if you're maybe not a huge licorice fan, it really kind of makes vegetables and other things pop if it's used correctly. So we're going to do some fennel linguine, which I've actually already cooked here because we're going to kind of make our quick sauce and then put the linguine right in there. And in the fry pan here I have a bunch of olive oil. I already cooked up with some pancetta and some tomatoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our sauce and then add everything else to it. And you'll be able to find this recipe, fennel linguine with tomatoes and chickpeas, on our website at olivelittle.com. And this is not necessarily vegetarian because it does have the pancetta, but there is no other meat in it. You don't have to use the pancetta if you don't want, but it does obviously add a little bit of flavor. So we're going to make a little bit of a sauce. So we're going to first thicken the olive oil. So this isn't technically a beurre blanc sauce because there's no milk. No butter in it, but we're going to use olive oil instead. We're all about olive oil here at O Live Little, and it's better for you and just as good. So we're just going to let this thicken up a little. I think I'm going to add a little bit more flour because we're going to add a little bit of tarragon vinegar as well as a little bit of chicken stock, so we get a little bit more sauciness going on in our pan. And I like to eyeball it, but in the recipe we'll be more specific for you. Okay, here we go. I think we're going to use it all. And you want to let it cook down a little bit. Cooking down kind of gets rid of the starchy flavor in the sauce. Sometimes if you taste the sauce that's kind of pasty, oftentimes it's because the flour hasn't cooked down enough and you still get that starchy flavor. Okay, so I think we're kind of good. And I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock here. You can see it's thickening up really good. I think I'm going to do a little bit more. And then we're going to add our tarragon vinegar. And again, if you're not a big licorice fan, tarragon has that flavor as well. You don't have to use tarragon vinegar. You could just use a nice like champagne vinegar, white wine vinegar is fine, or even a sherry vinegar would really be delicious with this actually. Sherry vinegar would probably be my second choice. Oh, here we go. So it's all coming together, you can see. Very nice. And just to add, we're not using any butter, but I think we are going to add just a little bit of cream, just to kind of give it a little bit more richness. Turn the heat down a little. Don't need a lot. There we go. Very nice. Yep, and I think we're going to do a little bit more chicken stock. There we go. So once this sauce is all done, it's all come together, I've actually prepared a few other things for it. I've already roasted fennel, so we're getting a little bit more fennel and onion in here, and we're going to pop that right in. So there's a little bit more to kind of bite into with the pasta. And the tomato is nice because the tomato adds a little bit of color to this dish. And then we're going to add the chickpeas. You know, you don't need to add chickpeas. If you want to add this and use a little bit more meat, you could do some sauteed chicken. Even scallops in this would really be delicious. There we go. So we've got our kind of our chickpea sauce all ready to go with here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. It's a really pretty color. There we go. Very nice. It smells good. You can smell the fennel. Very nice. So we're all set. And I would take my linguine right here in a nice bowl. Topped with a little bit of our chickpea, tomato, fennel sauce. Very nice. Okay. And I actually chopped up a little bit of tarragon, so we could put a little tarragon on here. Just if you haven't had enough licorice flavor, you get that tarragon on the top. And then, of course, can't be complete without a little shave of a couple of nice pieces of aged parm. And we're good to go. So here we are, fennel linguine with chickpeas and tomatoes. Enjoy.